Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the third quarter of 2022. We're going to jump right in here, Libra, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. And that'll be that. It is interesting. You have this truth card. Pretty much every single person for this quarter has either had a truth card coming out or has had something about trust coming out as well. To me, those are both, kind of very similar energies in general. So there, clearly could be truths coming out. Whenever I have like every single sign getting the same card like this, to me, it really could represent a collective energy as well. So we could be seeing some like truths coming out in the world in general. But you start off with this stag spirit. It says take the lead on it. You also have the Emperor here as well. So, both cards really represent leadership. You also have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is kind of a leadership card. To me, it's really the Two of Wands that is really the card of taking the lead. But Three of Wands can also be read as needing to take the lead on something. And what I would say to you is you have the Sun in your first row. This really tells me that whatever you need to take the lead on, either you already know what it is or the universe is about to tell you what it is. The Sun shines a light on something, and let's just jump to it. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Sun, and the High Priestess. Again, the Sun is like the best card in the tarot. It makes your whole entire reading positive, which is great, and it also shines a light on something. The Sun, it can sometimes kind of represent our awareness. So we can become aware of something. Something can all of a sudden jump out to us. We become aware of something, and it's basically the universe saying move over here, do this, do that. It's kind of like the universe trying to get your attention. And I don't always feel this, but for you in this reading, I do feel like the universe is trying to get your attention. I feel like the universe is saying hey, over here, there's something really great for you over here, and so I would pay attention to that with the Sun. I would also take the lead. I just feel like a lot of leadership energy in general. I also feel that if you're looking for love, you could be attracting a person who really takes the lead. And again, you're not the only sign to get this message. You have the Two of Cups here in the same row as the Emperor. So I feel there could be a person who's really taking the lead, who's really trying to get your attention. You have the Queen of Pentacles. I am almost positive that in every single reading I do for you, you get the Queen of Pentacles. She's a card of resources and resourcefulness. She's also very focused. If you notice, she's not focused on this rabbit right here. She's focused on the pentacle. The rabbit can represent fertility and abundance, but it can also represent anxious energy or nervous energy. She's really focused on the resources that she has. But I like this. I feel like it's saying that you are focusing on the right things at this time. You also have the High Priestess. The High Priestess, I feel, is talking about trusting your intuition, but intuitively, I feel that this is connected to the Sun. I feel that this card is saying, hey, the universe is calling you over in this direction. It's kind of weird because I feel a direction. And again, you're not the only sign to get something about direction, but literally I feel like there could be something, to the right. Or, I feel like it's kind of like you are going to be seeing signs and symbols around something. Maybe you see a commercial, or maybe there's a TV show that keeps coming on TV, like a repeat episode. Maybe it's about something. I would pay attention to those kinds of signs and symbols with this High Priestess. Again, you're like the second sign that has had this message of more serendipity. I think of these random circumstances, random happenstance, right? Where it's maybe you're watching something on TV and at home, then maybe you go somewhere and the same thing is on, right? I feel but it's about, something that you're excited about with the Sun. So I feel like you need to pay attention to those things. I also think you could be having kind of freaky events happening with the Sun. And what I mean by that is that the Sun, this baby is on a horse. The horses in the tarot represent assistance or someone coming to your assistance. I literally feel that you could be thinking about something and maybe you go see a friend and they start talking to you about whatever you were thinking about, random, freaky, type of things here. Here's the thing, is that the stag, you can see the stag has these antlers. Antlers, in the Animal Speaks book, for example, he talks about the antlers of animals being kind of like radio antenna that they use to tap into psychic energy. And again, I feel like you're just very, very kind of tapped in at this time. I also feel that the people who in your life who truly want the best for you also are very tapped in at this time. So I would be paying attention. Like if you're thinking about something and a friend starts talking about it, I literally feel that's the universe being like, yes, this is the correct answer. And I know I'm speaking very generally, but I literally feel this could be about anything. You might be thinking about a person and maybe your friend mentions that person and is like, that would be a great person for you. Move in that direction. You could be thinking about a business and maybe your friend is like, I've been thinking about starting a business. And it's like, here's your sign, right? So don't doubt those kind of freaky messages is what this is saying to me. You have this truth card. Like I said, pretty much every single sign, I'm almost at the end of these readings, and every single sign has had a message about the truth coming out or some sort of truth being exposed or, yada, yada, yada. So I would be paying attention to those truths that come out. Could be from your mouth, could be from other people's mouths. And I feel like there's a lot of kind of guidance in the truth. You have the Emperor, the Seven of Cups, and the Two of Cups. I do feel some of you could be dealing with it. You have Aries, Leo, Pisces, Scorpio, could be a Capricorn as well. So you have basically everything here, but I do feel there could be a fire sign in particular. Leo and Aries really stand out to me. The Scorpio, Pisces, Capricorn, those could just be signs that are in their chart, right? But I kind of feel water in general. You could be dating, you could be meeting a Leo who's born super close to Cancer, for example. Or you could just be meeting like a Leo or an Aries who has a lot of water in their chart. Take it how it resonates. But I definitely feel that there could be a fire sign coming in for you. I feel like this person is kind of like a leader. Maybe they're just very well known in what it is that they do. They could be, it's kind of weird because I get more of that like expert energy, not so much the leadership side. I'm not saying, to me they can be the same thing, right? But I kind of feel like they are a leader in a way, but I feel they're kind of more like an expert, as in they could be like a mentor to other people. They could be a person who other people look up to, or maybe they just are seen as an expert at whatever it is that they do. So they're kind of, I think that leadership is there, but I would say that it's more a person who's like at the top of their game, if that makes sense, Libra. And that's what you could be attracting with this Emperor energy. And again, take it how it resonates. It does not have to be an Aries. It could be any sign that's coming in for you. But I feel like they're really at the top of their game. With the Seven of Cups, I actually feel this is saying that this person does a lot. I'm not getting the typical Seven of Cups type of stuff here. I do feel like you're kind of spoiled for choice right now. We're going to talk about that. But I feel this is more talking about if this is a person coming in for you, I feel like they have a lot going on. I feel like they do a lot of different things, like very active. They could belong to a lot of different groups or clubs, or they could do a lot of different things in their life. I feel like they have like a lot of hobbies. I feel like just a very active type of person is what I'm getting here, and I feel like that's something that will kind of attract you to them. Again, usually a person has a lot going on. It's very interesting. I feel like they have a lot to talk about. So just a interesting person overall with the Seven of Cups. You also have the Two of Cups, which is like a card of a soulmate. It's kind of interesting because I'm not so sure how this relationship is going to go for you, Aries, if you're meeting a person this quarter. It's like good, don't get me wrong. I would definitely give it a shot with the Two of Cups, soulmates, but it feels kind of open-ended to me. And again, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you know that going in. The funny thing is again, I feel like this person is a true leader, meaning that I feel like they are very open. It's not like you're going to be wondering, where is this going? I feel like they know exactly where their life is going. Whether or not you go along for that ride is up to you, right? So I feel like it's not like their intentions are going to be hidden. I feel this is more, I'm not calling you out here or anything either, Libra, but I feel like the questions are more coming from your side. Let's put it that way. Again, maybe because this is a very busy person with that Seven of Cups, maybe because they have a lot going on, and maybe you're just not sure, like, do I want to invest with a person who doesn't necessarily have all the time in the world for me? I kind of see it as a good thing because, again, it's like, I don't know if you've ever spent a lot of time with a person, but it can get real old real fast, right? And I also feel that having someone who's super interesting like this person, could be very good, because they're very interesting, very active type of person. I get a lot of Leo vibes here, I'm not going to lie. Again, take it how it resonates, but I feel Leo here for sure. If you're not looking for love, then this could be your own inner truth. The Two of Cups can just be something you match up with perfectly. So it's like if you're looking for a job or a business or a career or something to do, this can be you matching up with something that makes you really happy to do. Next, you have this lightning card. I feel this is more something kind of sweeping you off your feet. I feel like something is capturing your attention very, very quickly, is more what this is saying. This is normally a card of energy. It's also a card of like the spark of life, right? But I kind of feel more this like, oh my God, like a wake up call type of vibe going on here. You have the Ten of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Death card. The Death card is like some sort of transformation. Pretty much every single person has had the Death card in these quarterly readings. I kind of feel that this has to do more with the eclipses. We're in between eclipses. We actually have the second set of eclipses in the last quarter of the year, basically. And, I feel when we're in between eclipses, we can make changes. When we're in eclipse season, we can decide to cut things out. We also have a lot of retrogrades going on, and we have Mars retrograde at the end of the quarter in August. And, I don't know, Mars retrograde is always a weird one for me. It kind of can slow things down. It can make things slow. It can make it hard for us to take action. It can make it hard for us to want to do things. But at the same time, I think we can go through a lot of change because we kind of really figure out what's important during Mars retrograde, like as in whatever we're working on. We don't want to waste energy because maybe we don't have a lot of energy. So we almost become more efficient. And if you look right here, you have the Ten of Wands, which is like carrying a heavy burden. But I kind of also feel you are becoming more efficient or you're wanting to become more efficient. The Three of Wands would also be a change. Three of Wands is like, what are you waiting for? Energy. So I feel like if something captures your attention, if something is like a new job idea, new business idea, is like, hey, over here, then like I was saying over here in the beginning of the reading, I would move in that direction. Same thing in love as well. It's kind of weird because as far as love is concerned, I feel like this person, I'm not going to lie, here, Libra, I feel like this person could have your life going in a direction you didn't think it would be going in. It's like, I really don't have any good examples for you other than the fact that maybe you thought you would always have a career, for example. And the reason I use this example is because I feel like it's very common. It's like maybe you thought you were going to have a career and maybe this person makes more than enough money. You don't need a career. They don't necessarily want you to have a career. And maybe you're just like, maybe it would be nice to just let them work and I can raise a family. I'm not saying that's what it is for you. I'm just giving you an example here. It could be anything. Maybe they travel a lot, and maybe you're like a homebody, but maybe you're also like, it'd be kind of cool to be with a person where we can go on adventures. That's like another example here that I'm getting. So it's kind of like a person where I think maybe you just never thought you'd be with a person like this, but you are. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles, and time to get moving for sure on the Sun. Again, I feel like the Sun will be very obvious to you this quarter. I feel, like I said, there will literally be people who maybe say things to you that you were thinking about, and you're like, oh, that's a little bit weird. Like I said, I get a very creepy vibe here. I'm not going to lie. because, again, I feel like there could be people saying things to you where you're like, how did they know that, And I feel that's the universe being like, let's go. Let's get moving. With the Sun, here you go. Exactly what I was talking about. How's that for creepy? High Priestess, intuition, needing to trust your intuition, mysteries, not being sure what to do even though you know exactly what to do because people are literally telling you what to do. Here, Libra. I think I've made my point clear. With the High Priestess, you have the Death card. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a change, whatever you're doing here. For some of you, it's kind of interesting because I do get like this, something is changing in your life. And I know that's always true, but what I mean is I feel some of you are, like I was saying here, maybe it's not a relationship. It could be just a job. I feel like you're doing something that you never thought you would do in the sense that, but it feels like travel to me for whoever this is for. It might only be for one of you, but you could be getting an opportunity to like travel somewhere you never thought you would travel or move somewhere you never thought you would move. It kind of like, I feel very much outside my comfort zone when I put myself in your shoes in the reading. And so it's like, to me, if I were to feel like that, I would be like going to another country or maybe you're going somewhere you've never been before. And it feels like travel to me. So there could be an opportunity to travel for work or business. I feel like it'd be very good for you. Same thing in love. Again, you could be meeting a person who travels or who is kind of like leading you to a life that you didn't think you would live. But again, I feel like this is a good thing. With the Emperor, you have the Two of Pentacles. I just feel like this is saying you're going to have a choice. You know, there is no right or wrong answer here. If you're truly uncomfortable, like I said, don't do it, right? It's just that simple. Two of Pentacles is also being very busy. If we look at this top row, you have the Emperor, Two of Pentacles to the Ten of Wands, which is like a burden because of control. So again, for example, let's just pretend that you're meeting a person who has a career and that maybe they're very successful or maybe they have a business. Maybe if you didn't work, you would feel controlled by them, right? Because maybe you would feel like you didn't have the freedom to do the things you want to do. I don't think that's true. I feel like this is saying, hey, you know, you can talk to the person and be like, hey, I want to work. So maybe you work something out. I feel like this is saying there are options. Two of Pentacles to me really says there are options to what you're doing. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Tower. Again, with that lightning card, there is a lightning bolt at the top of the tower. The lightning kind of represents a wake-up call. It kind of represents a shock. And so I do feel like there could be a sudden shock here, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Again, the Tower to me isn't always a bad card. To me, it can just be a sudden change. It can just represent a move, plain and simple. So I don't really feel like it's a bad thing here. With the Two of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, your fortunes are changing very quickly. I really feel an energy of things kind of turning around for you in a big way. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Six of Wands, a card of success, a card of abundance. Everybody's had the Six of Wands as well, which is pretty weird. You could be getting a lot of attention. Part of me also feels like, if you remember, like months ago, I was talking about attention. For whatever reason, I feel like that this year, there is a lot of attention available to us, but I also feel if we want to be successful in business or work or love, then the answer to this year is to get a lot of attention. The problem is getting a lot of attention because I also feel that there could be some like jealous vibes. There could be a lot of energy from people around you where they don't like the attention you're getting, or, you know, whatever. So we kind of have to balance those things out. And I think that's one of the, you know, kind of big challenges of 2022 is like, how much energy do I take in to my life? How much energy do I allow into my life? Or how much attention do I get? And, you know, how much, you know, jealousy or criticism am I willing to deal with? And balancing those things out could be what's going on here. I know that's confusing, but, you know, there you go. With the Three of Wands, you have the Ace of Swords. You know, if you're waiting to do something with that Three of Wands, or if in the future, this is showing up in your future position, so it might not be something that shows up right away. I feel like the Ace of Swords is saying, you know, taking the leap of faith with that Three of Wands is going to lead to a victory. With the Death card, you have the Justice card, Libra. You showing up in a very strong position definitely puts you in a position of power and strength. This is a pretty interesting reading. I'm not going to lie. And I feel like it's a little bit spooky, right? Because I feel there's a lot of messages coming from people around you. Really, it's kind of weird because I almost feel like you don't need this reading. The reason I'm saying that is because I feel like there are so many people that are going to be on your path over the next 3 months that are like, that say things to you where you're like, how the hell do they know that? Those things are kind of leading you in a direction. And I feel like it's going to be very helpful. So you don't need me for the next 3 months. I'll see you in 3 months, Libra. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your next 3 months.